And welcome back to Prep Recruiting Insider, PRI, here at NOLA Motorsports Park in Avondale. I'm Rick Gailey, the coach of PRI, along with our Prep Recruiting Insider, Renee Nadeau. And being here at NOLA Motorsports Park brings us to the topic of the Grand Prix of Louisiana, and we have two guests to really bring us up to date on this grand event. We have Kristen Orgeron, the president of NOLA Motorsports Park. Welcome, Kristen. And we have Tim Ramsberger, who is the general manager of the Grand Prix of Louisiana. I don't think there's any two people that know more about this event than you two. Welcome to PRI.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure being here.
First, Kristen, I'm going to ask you and Tim the same question. There's been so much talked about that this event coming up in April is going to make New Orleans, this area, among the elite for these type of events across the country. Why so? Why is this going to be so special in this area?
Well, first of all, it's the sheer facility that NOLA Motorsports Park is. You're talking about a 750-acre development that's an FIA Grade 2 facility that we're able to not only provide first-class track environment for the cars and the drivers to race on, but also for the sponsors and IndyCar fans, as well as local fans, to be able to enjoy hospitality like we do best in New Orleans. We know how to throw a party. So this is going to give this a different feel for IndyCar that they've never had before. So between the physical track and the hospitality, we think it's a perfect marriage.
And Tim, this is going to be a little bit more than a race, isn't it?
It'll be a festival. And to add to what Kristen says, the opportunity that this track offers up to this region, this state, as being a breeding grounds for a future IndyCar champion. You've got the karting facility that's world-class. You've got a world-class track that IndyCar will be racing on. You've got all the makings here of something very special here in Jefferson Parish that could really make a huge statement in the world of racing.
And nobody puts on an event like we do. We're so event-driven in this area. But it's more than a party. There is a huge economic impact to rival some of the great events that we have in the city.
Yeah, the great thing about us being able to have an IndyCar event, like we've always said, it's a 3-year commitment, so this isn't a one and done thing. As long as IndyCar is happy and we're happy and it's profitable, then we'll continue to have it for many years. And we've said that we want to be that second biggest race of IndyCar season, only next to the Indy 500. Because we're a destination city and because of our facilities. But you're talking about an economic impact, 60 to 80,000 people in attendance over a 3-day weekend, and somewhere about $100 million economic impact. So it's equivalent to having it's equivalent to having an NCAA men's Final Four every year without having to actually bid on the process.
And that's going to be a big 2 weekends for Avondale, Tim, that you have the Zurich Classic one weekend, and you have the Grand Prix of Louisiana back-to-back. In an area that not many people in this area knew even existed. What a great 2 weekends we're going to have here in Avondale.
If you want slow and quiet and go watch the golfers, and you want fast and furious and loud, this is where you want to be.
And I think a bunch of the golfers will be here too.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely, yes.
Tim, real quick, teams practice, basketball, football teams practice. The last few weeks, we've been hearing race cars out here running through drills. People don't realize you have to test the track before you actually ride on it.
Yeah, so practice is really called testing with race cars, and the technology behind these Indy cars are just so tremendous that the setups, the information, the intelligence they get from these testing sessions are very critical for the setups of the cars, for the drivers. There's so many, I could go on for a long time here to explain to you all what goes into it, tire pressures and you know, your shock absorbers and all sorts of things that can go into it. The drivers have to understand what this track feels like, first of all. The engineers have to understand what the cars are doing on the track. So I will tell you the reports we got back from the drivers the last 2 sessions, they love this place. It's fast. It's going to test the skills of these drivers. It is something special here, and these drivers, their first time out here, they love it. And they're going to be back for more testing before the race.
And Kristen, tell us how to get tickets.
You can go to gpofnola.com or you can go to nolamotor.com for more information, purchase tickets, buy hospitality. We're going to have a huge RV village, so there will be very much a football tailgating atmosphere. So go to gpofnola.com, check out the RV spots, and come tailgate with us like you do for LSU and the Saints in Tulane.
And it wouldn't be a party in Jefferson Parish without some of these. So want to make sure you guys have your own special
Absolutely.
branded coolies there.
But even slow down, because usually if you have to use a koozie, you're not drinking fast enough. But that's a story for
This is
yet
great.
another day. Thank you for being here today so much. Thank you for this season.
Thank you guys for being a partner
having
with us going forward, and we look forward to hosting you guys next season as well.
Great.
Thank
That's
you,
what
Kristen.
PRI is all about. We'll be back here at NOLA Motorsports Park, home of the Grand Prix of Louisiana. We are going to see you at the game beginning next year in August on PRI.